Hello, 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 hello. It is your boys again, the DM podcast, giving you that flavor in your ear. Today's pod, we have a bunch of like random things to talk about. The season's done, free agency's kind of done, so just some little things are going on. I'm seeing reports about where Al Horford's going. We got to talk about where we think that Dame Lillard should go. We have some thoughts. We give our top teams of the East and Western Conference as well as much many more. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. How is my boy YS doing today?
You already know every day above ground.
Of course, as long as we're above ground, we are good. We are good always, always, always. Well, I want to first talk about there's some random news that's going around, and I want to bring it back to Toronto and bring it back to my guy named JV, Jonas Valanciunas. I want to talk about him because he was getting traded to Denver, a good backup. Denver was piling up a bench all of a sudden. They didn't have no bench for the longest time. Now they're getting a bench. But now JV is getting a lucrative contract in Greece, which I don't think is that lucrative. I think it's 2 year, 13 mil, but probably to be a starter, number one guy, probably offensively. In Europe, there's really no number one guy, but he's a big man. He's gonna get touches in Europe.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and he may not come back. He may not. Today and tomorrow are the days that you have to figure out if something's gonna happen. Now, if you're JV, you're European.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, your next two contracts are 10 million a year. I don't know. I swear the European contract's like 13 mil for 2 years. I
For
swear it's
2 years,
less
so
than
he's
that.
getting paid more with the Nuggets.
Yeah, I don't know what this whole Greece contract would
So
be.
when is the season starting? And that's the question, you know what I mean? Because is he trying to double up?
No, no, he's trying to just stay there. He's
Oh,
there right now.
well, I'm
He's
looking at I'm a European. Greece is definitely closer to Lithuania than Denver is. You know what
way
I mean?
closer.
Oh, I got my family back home. I'm getting a bag. I'm not one of those guys that need like $100 million to be living and on PJs and all that stuff, right? Those European guys, as long as they got their farm or their home with their family around and they can feed them, they're good. And they
Yeah, yeah.
can,
They don't care about they don't need a Lambo. Like
yeah.
they're even if they have a Lambo, it's in the car. They'll drive it around, but they're not gonna be
Oh, I'm in a Lambo side. I got a Lambo. I'm thankful. These guys
like
are
they'll be in
good.
a Lambo and wear just a white t-shirt with some shorts.
Yeah. Or they'll
The
be
man's
just,
wearing
or they'll just get a bunch of Teslas, a couple Teslas, and just
yeah. So the reports say it's a 3 year contract worth 13 mil. See, that's less.
that's way less. But he's looking
Because
at the back home factor. I'm still getting M's. Is there other perks with European contracts? Not that he's living expense or anything like that, but are there other perks with,
less games. I think games are separated more. So like instead of having 3 games or 4 games in a week, you may have like 2 games in a week.
and it's easier on your body, but I know they practice way more.
You
So it's
definitely
not the
practice.
really easiest on your body at the same time because you're not going half speed in practice. You got to go, right?
Yeah, I'm typing Greek league games. I know it's not a lot. I definitely know it's not. But you're also going to be the guy, like, and you're okay with being the guy. Remember that Sasha? I remember
Vucevic?
some like the one he was playing with the Kings. Then he got traded to the Raptors and said, "Forget that. I don't. This is last season. Like I don't want that." He was the best player, and mind you, he's still the best player in Europe. He's a European, EuroLeague MVP, and he's like, "I don't want to play in the NBA anymore. I want to play in Europe."
Which guy for Raptors now? Sasha?
No, he didn't play for them. He got traded to them with Davion Mitchell, but he decided not to stay.
Oh, okay. No, no, I
And then
don't.
his contract just got bought out. Or Vesnikov, that's his name, Sasha Vesnikov. And mind you, he wasn't even bought out. He was more like, I don't plan on playing here. Y'all just keep the money.
That's crazy.
And the Raptors just kept. The Raptors were happy that you're able to keep the money and stuff like that. And he was like EuroLeague MVP, but with Sacktown, he wasn't really doing that much because like his game, he's like a Klay Thompson, the Sasha guy. He is a catch and shoot guy. But in Euro, everyone is passing the ball. So you don't
Mhm.
gotta dribble as much. You're not asked to beat a man off the dribble like that. Or in Euro, you know, you're
More ball
nice,
movement. Yeah, less drip, less pounding the ball, more passing. You're right. You're right.
right? So he excels in Euro. So why am I gonna like why am I gonna do that? Like
I'm there,
his,
so it's like I'm home. I'm
I
home.
swear his stats are pretty good in like he's Euro MVP and like he has one of the less dribbles out of every Euro League MVP before. So he's just doing his thing in the Euro League. I want to see. Oh yeah, see the Greek league. Huh. This is probably the same league. They don't have a lot of teams. They're not playing a lot of games. They're not playing a lot of games. Definitely not playing a lot of games. Yeah. So yeah. So I can see why now Denver they have 48 hours to decide. Do we want to keep this guy? Let him go to the thing. If I'm Denver, I'm trying to convince him to stay
100%.
because he can generally really help you. Like really help you. Trying to see, and the team he wants to play for is like one of the top teams in Greece. Kendrick Nunn plays for or had played for the team. Um, Tony Delk, Jimmer for that.
You say Tony who? Delk?
Tony Delk back in the day.
Holy shit,
I had to get
Tony
some old
Delk.
names. Yeah,
Holy
they've
shit, that's crazy.
yeah no they have
Emmer is a guy overseas still. That guy's a guy.
they have City
Shit.
Osman on the team. Yeah, Kendrick Nunn's on is currently on the team, which I swear he won EuroLeague MVP. I swear he won EuroLeague MVP. So yeah, man, like like lucrative kind of. But I hope JV stays, man. I just want to. That's my guy, man. I hope he stays. Hope he stays. But that's one guy that can get bought out. Another guy that can get bought out, Bradley Beal. There's talks. They have 48 hours to make a decision. Now till they can buy him out, which would be probably bigger than Aiton's and bigger than like Dame's. Like this is a buyout, and you can only buy a guy out up to I think it's like 15% of your cap.
Okay.
So, and he's like, what, 2 more years left, 3 more years left in his contract. So you got to pay him a lot. But if you pay him out a lot, that's dead cap money. Like that's money you can't touch for 3 years. Like the Bucks can't touch that $22 million for the next 3 years that they're paying Dame or whatever time they're paying Dame. Right. So you can't get better when there's a $20 million contract of a guy who's not playing and not even on your team and you're paying him. So I don't know how that Bradley Beal buyout's gonna go. They're probably trying to convince him, but that man doesn't want to go. Doesn't want to go.
He's gonna leave Phoenix, huh?
If it's a good buyout, why not go? Why not go? I want to see how much. I swear it's 3 more years.
Yeah, he just got there a couple of years. This was his second season there.
Yeah, second like I think yeah, second or I think first full season. I think maybe second. Who knows? Probably second. You're right. Yeah, yeah, you're right. I swear the man has 3 more years left, which is like, yo, it said salary $53 million, bro. That is
Jesus Christ, for Brad Beal averaging 16 points a game.
he has 2 years. So he has this coming season and the following season. Next year 53, the following year 57.
Brad Beal's getting close to 60 million a effing season. And
Yep,
he's gonna be and the next season, that last season in Phoenix, if he's there still, he's not gonna be averaging 16 points a game. He's gonna be averaging less.
way less.
Wow.
Well, there's no KD. You think so?
Yeah, yeah. I don't see him stepping up or anything, but it's Book's team. Book's I'm a lifer here. I'm a lifer, so whatever. So Book is gonna be the number one guy. Beal is, you already know.
Yeah, I don't they but the buyout 53, they probably have to buy this guy out for like 30 mil the next 2 years.
60 on their head.
Yeah, but like you do, or you can spread it because like Dame's is spread up to 5 years. Maybe you can spread like $100 million and pay like 20 to 25 mil a year, something like that.
And still keep paying him, even though he could be on like another team or not even in the league, like Luol Deng, still kind of pay him. But it's
Right.
just once a year. Well, I'd rather that because to see him get that amount and he's not even there, it's tough. As an owner, you rather stretch it, obviously.
Yeah, I think you're at the stretch, but I also think to myself, man. But I can also just let them like if I just mentally tell myself Booker's he signed the extension, so
Like,
he's okay. He understands where we're at. I may tell Book like, hey, like let's just let this 57 mil go. You're a top guard. There could be a man that is willing to play with you,
it should be. Like, I mean, Phoenix is a good market. It's hot. It's West Coast. Like, it should be,
right?
right?
And then we got Chris Paul to come. We got KD to come. So we're kind of two for two for getting a man to come here.
Mhm.
So that's what I'm thinking. The only thing you don't have your draft picks, so you can't be trash. You still
Bro,
got your draft picks.
having draft picks is you don't have any draft picks. You don't really. The only asset you have on a team is Beal and Booker right now, like big assets, and they have no choice but to play hard the next two. When they had draft picks, after 2 years,
Yeah, so they're lucky because they got a draft pick this year because of the trade. They got Malawach. But so you're lucky you have that. But you also got Mark Williams. So maybe you're hoping this guy can turn into, mind you, we were all thinking this guy was going to be really good for the Lakers when that trade was supposed to happen. So maybe he can become like a better version of DeAndre Ayton or become a DeAndre Ayton for you. Maybe something could come out of that.
I see
Who
Mark Lewis
knows?
becoming a better version. I can't say a better version, but around the same level as Aiton. You know what I
Which is
mean?
not bad. Which is
It's
not
not
bad.
bad. Just a little bit better, a little bit better, a little more higher ball IQ. I see with Mark Williams and Aiton. That's really it. But Malawa should be coming off the bench, right? So you have defensive anchors or anchor, right?
Yeah.
Which is first. Booker, can you play off the pick and roll? He's not a one. He's not a one. He's not a one. So
He's
I'm just
really
gonna
not. They're letting him play the one, but he's not a one.
I know. So that pick and roll is questionable, right? So, and that would have been a nice pick and roll. Like if there's a CP there and you have the same everyone else in the CP, that squad is, I'm saying the squad is top six in the West.
You know the crazy thing is, we forgot. Jalen Green is also on this team. I forgot Jalen Green's on this team.
So you're basically gonna need two basketballs, one for Jalen Green, one for Booker.
And then you still have Bradley Beal. So now I really think
All
first,
these guys need the ball.
yeah.
They need the ball.
First I was thinking, nah, like you keep Bradley Beal, let that contract like after 2 years, you're done. But then I'm like, damn, you have Bradley Beal plus Jalen Green and Devin Booker.
You have three big contracts, and these guys are not going to change your team's trajectory, which is crazy. Like, if I'm going to pay a guy that much, he has to be changing my team's trajectory. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. May keep a Jalen Green.
Bro, Jalen Green is definitely, I'd rather have him than Bradley Beal right now. Bradley Beal's
Yes.
an older. Jalen Green still can get better, still can be molded, but I don't know. Like,
You're hoping the trade makes Jalen Green feel like a type of way. That's what you're hoping. You're hoping for that.
mm,
And you have Dylan Brooks as well for the defensive side.
okay.
And you have Mark Williams, right? And you have Ryan Dunn, who's a really good defender, but he's not playing, he's not starting. That's
That guy's an excellent defender, not really. That guy's Anytime I was watching that guy on the Clippers, oh my God, he was loose balls getting tipped.
no Ryan Dunn's a rookie. No, you're thinking of
Oh,
uh
Chris Dunn. Wow.
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
Wow.
Ryan Dunn, he's a guy, 3 and D type guy.
Are they bros? I'm just asking. They bros?
No, no,
Okay.
no. Just yeah, he's 22. He played for Virginia, so you know he plays defense.
Yep.
Um, the thing is they still have like Nick Richards. They have
Too much bigs then.
they
And
do.
Nick Rich is a 4 or 5.
They're saying they're putting him as a five.
Bro, you have too much bigs. Nick Rich is
They're
going to go to be a third option, or Malwash is going to be the third big.
This is true. Size wise, you do have a lot of size. Yep, you're right. Looking
Because
at the
more like
squad.
who's playing the four then? I
So,
heard no part. I just heard guards and then fives.
so the way the depth chart on ESPN does not guarantee Devin at the one, Jalen at the two, Bradley at the three, Dylan at the four, and Mark Williams at the five. Yeah, I don't like that one. No. I may convince, because if you're gonna keep Bradley Beal, you convince him, hey, could you come off the bench?
Paying this nigga how much millions of dollars? 53 million a year to come off the bench is crazy. Like you know the politics.
Because then to me, I would start Devin Booker, Jalen Green, Ryan Dunn, Dylan Brooks, and Mark Williams. So then I have Ryan Dunn and Dylan for my defense. And then I have my two scorers in Booker and Green. It turns almost into like a Dame and like CJ thing.
Okay. Yeah, yes. But that didn't work out.
That didn't work out. It won't work out. This won't work out either.
So, but hey, I mean, we could win 48, 50 games with that and kind of fizzle out in the second round of playoffs.
If this team were to ever win 48 games, I hope the MVP trophy is right in front of Devin Booker's door. Okay.
There's no way this team is winning 48 games.
Yeah,
This team, if they're 500, I'll be surprised. There's no
right,
way.
right. They signed a guy named Nigel Hayes. He played for the Raptors for like half the season. But he was EuroLeague like MVP, like not or like Finals MVP or something. So maybe that can help him. But sometimes the EuroLeague and league it doesn't always translate.
No, yeah, I was about to say, about to
So
say.
so you're hoping, but at least you have some young pieces, right? You have Malowatch, Ryan Dunn is 22, so like you have something there.
Mhm.
Bradley Beal, honestly, the thing that's
At least you
that
got two rookie defenders.
yeah,
It's like that is, we'll give you praise with that. But the team chemistry that I'm picturing, that I'm seeing, I don't see no team chemistry there.
no,
I could be
no.
wrong, but for
I
what I'm
think
seeing
you're
with the
right.
games,
I think you're right. You have Royce O'Neal, so maybe you.
like he's solid. Like Royce is solid, but
I agree with you. Having Nick Richards as your so that means Malowatch is not playing then. There's no way because
I'm
you have Nick Richards
saying,
too. Yeah, Malowatch is not playing. You're not playing him
I'm
this year.
saying, like, who's getting moved? You got Mark Williams, so I don't think you're planning on trading him. Nick Richards just came to the team, I want to say last season
Yeah,
deadline. So I think you're going to see how he does. And you just drafted Malawatch. Like you drafted him, so I don't. Those
yeah. I think
guys just got there like a
yeah,
year less. So
yeah. All your bigs just got there. All your bigs just got there. Brooks. The thing is, Brooks is so underrated as a guy who can help your team win games. Right? He's gonna build and bring a lot of like pestiness and stuff like that. So you're hoping I may like, if I want to win games, I may go Devin Booker. I'm about to go straight defense, but that's wrong. I was gonna go Devin Booker, Dylan Brooks, Royce O'Neal, Ryan Dunn, and Mark Williams. But that's so much defense. But then you have
you have
Jalen
D'Lo
Green.
and Jalen Green come off the bench. Two guys, $100 million max on the bench. I think that'd be the first in NBA history.
Bro,
$200 million max come off the bench. But if
bench.
we're winning games, I'm not against it.
Right, right.
That lineup is to me has more chemistry. Sounds like we have more chemistry, right? So
Because you're just basically saying Devin Booker, like, do your thing.
mm,
Like, you're gonna score 30, look, you can score 25. Heck, you can score 20 points. Because coming off the bench, because now if you ever put Bradley Beal and Jalen Green off the bench with a Nick Richards and a
that's
Grayson Allen,
yeah, Grayson.
that's a pretty good going after other people's benches. That's a
That's
really
the
good
best bench
bench,
in the league easily. That's easily the
right?
best bench in the
You're starting
league.
unit with
And Jalen Green and Nick Richards off the bench is the best bench in the league. Like there's no bench like heck. They'll be leading the league in bench scoring.
yeah, easily 60 points off bench guys alone.
That's honestly they're getting 50 a night, probably 48 a night minimum. That's
Yeah, no.
I'm not against that idea, but you know how the pay grades are,
Oh
and
yeah. You can't
I'm
tell
not
Jalen
against it
Green.
though.
You can't tell. I think Bradley would because he did it before. But you can't tell Jalen Green 22, 23, like, hey, could you be willing to be our backup point guard or our backup shooting guard? No,
Um,
that man will not do that at all. But yeah, let's move on from that team. So the things that happened, I think after our pod, I don't think it happened during our pod, was Aiton. We talked about it in the pod. I knew he was going to LA. Like it was the cards were dealt there. They're the team that needs a center. Like
finally got one. Shit.
I like the fact that they re-signed who's their starting center? Jackson Hayes. I like that he's coming off the bench. I know he does dumb things and he
He does.
He does dumb things off the court as well. But like he I think as a quality 10 minutes energy bench guy, I don't mind it as an energy bench guy.
I don't rim run shit like that. I don't
Yeah.
mind.
Good. He can be good defensively if he tries. So I don't mind it at all. But Aiton in LA, what's your thoughts?
My thoughts, you know my thoughts. Finally, finally, LA has a center that's above 60%. Finally, that they could use. That's agile. Finally,
You can
pairing
use
with
right
Luka.
there.
I like this pairing with Luka. I'm not gonna lie. Luka's good with centers off the pick and roll. Aiden can run that pick and roll. He's got a nice Jimmy. He's got a soft touch. You know what I mean? He can rebound and he's agile. I love that pickup. LeBron can work less, right? You're 41, going to be 41. You want to work less, right?
Yeah.
So it's better for the Lakers. Jackson Hayes has moved into his right role off the bench, like you said, getting the 10, 15 a game. So if you get an 8 and 5 from Jackson Hayes, perfect. You did your job.
Wow, 8 and 5 would be pretty crazy too if he ever did that.
From Jackson Hayes, right? Like, you
Yeah,
know what I mean? So you're
that's
happy
fine.
with that. You know what I mean? Get a couple putbacks, couple boards, run the floor. You know what I mean? Set solid screens, right? Just it's simple. Like it's about the team, right? You have Finney Smith there, Dorian, re-signed him, right?
No, Houston.
Oh, shit, Houston. Wow. Wow. Shit. You need Aiden.
Yeah, you need it. You need a because
You
the
need Aiden.
only guy you now have is Rui, who they're definitely trying to put Rui.
What about
Uh,
Austin? Is he thinking or he's locked in there still? Or he's about to go.
well, he's in this year. Next year he's a free agent and he wants the bag and he's gonna get it
Yeah, Austin's gonna get, and this season he's gonna play better than last season too.
because he wants the bag. You don't want to ruin that bag,
When I
right?
see Austin Reeves waving off Luca, like Luca's here, and Austin Reeves is just squaring up his defender, I'm just like, this is wild. Like, you have Luca over there, you have LeBron over there, and this is Reeves.
Yeah.
The confidence he's playing with is out of this world.
Right. And this, remember I was telling you before, LeBron, as he gets older, needs to move from like he's not the first option. Playoff time, he can be your second option. That's fine. But Luka's
Yeah.
your number one option, bar none. Your number two option is now is Reeves. It has to be guaranteed Reeves.
Yeah.
Reeves needs to put up 15 to 18 shots a
Do you
game.
even think LeBron cares about being a 2 or 3 option? I just think he cares about at this point winning. He's gonna get his. He knows he's gonna get his. He's gonna get the ball. Say, okay, so time for me to, right?
Right.
But I feel like he cares about winning more. Don't be surprised if LeBron's points go down a little bit this year.
Yeah. No, I agree. And then like other thing I think LeBron cares about because he's kind of he likes this stuff. He wants to make sure he scores 10 points a game.
Oh,
He
keep a
he
double
wants.
figure streak. Yeah, yeah, he
Yeah.
will. Like
He
LeBron
wants
can
that.
still get 20 flat a game. He's go 20 flat.
And he should do that. Like none of us should expect LeBron like if LeBron is still an all NBA player this season, like come on. Like that's ridiculous if he is. And he shouldn't be. Like I would tell LeBron like I don't care where we're hovering around, just be fresh and ready for playoff. Um
You
like
don't
you had said before, yeah, and then Aiton, like you let Aiton be your fourth option, not bad, 14 and 10 type of
you
guy.
can be a third. Like LeBron, take it easy, bro.
Right, I agree. I agree with you completely.
He
LeBron,
like it's Luca there. There's Aiden. Like let them get off. You just fit in. Like you're gonna get. You're just gonna rebound. You're gonna pass. Like just you know what I mean. You have Rui there too. Like
it's crazy how you said fit in,
Austin. Like
right? That's what LeBron said to like the rumors are he said it to like Kevin Love back in the day. Yeah, I agree. LeBron fit in, fit in. Don't try too much. This is Luca's team now. We let Luca, Austin, and Aiton become our guys. Especially because Reeves. I try to deny it sometimes, but I watch that man play and I'm like, damn, this guy,
he could
he's a
fucking ball.
baller. He's consistent. Like,
He's got a clip. He's got the handle pack. He's got the playmaking ability now, and most importantly, he's got confidence.
would you
LeBron,
do
yeah.
a Rui and Connect and a first rounder? I don't know why they're including the first rounder, but a Rui Connect and a first rounder for Wiggins.
Nah, nah, nah.
Yeah, when you
Me,
include
I'm
the
not
first rounder,
doing
I
that.
don't like it.
I'm not doing it. Like Dalton, he's being a whore with the trading bait. He's been a whore. Stop pouring out Dalton. That guy's a bucket. He can shoot. He just needs a consistent role. And I
Yep,
want him to be in a consistent role in LA before they decide, okay, we're gonna move on from him, for example. But he hasn't been, and they just want to pour him out. I don't like it.
I agree. I agree. They need some consistency there with him. He can be your like seventh man on the squad. I'm trying to think now their lineup is because you still have Vanderbilt who I think with he gets hurt too much.
He does, but that guy, anytime the ball is in his vicinity, it's like a magnet and magneto. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He just gobbles up offensive, defensive boards. Like he has a high motor. I like Vanderbilt a lot still.
Yeah, when he plays, like he's actually really good.
I like
Um,
Dalton. I like Vanderbilt. Like, Lakers need these glue guys, these role players, guys to win, right? We can't just all have superstars and B players to win. You need those glue guys who guys like, my job is to rebound, set screens. I'm good with that role. You know what I mean? My job is just to push the ball and 3 and D or whatever. You need guys like
and they
Rob,
got Jake Laravia from the Grizzlies, who's actually like a bucket.
who from the Grizzlies?
Jake Laravia, he's actually a bucket. He his last few games, yeah, that can give you like 10 points a game off the bench. Yeah. If Gabe Vincent, we always say it, if he could be, and mind you, the last end of the season, he was bringing back that Gabe Vincent that we saw in the Heat.
He Gabe Vincent. Yep, yep.
So if we can get that, Jake Laravia could be good. Dalton Connect. You still have Maxi Kleber just kind of chilling. How old is Maxi Kleber? Only 33. Still young.
Okay.
Still like, do I think they need like the Lakers need another guy? Yeah, they need another guy. But I also think like they have Luca. Like he's probably top four, but we were all saying top three before. Like yeah, like 2 months ago, before Shea won the freaking finals, we were all saying Luca was better than him, and he probably still could be better than him if we arguing say,
To me, Luca is better than Shea.
you know what I'm saying? So like you just gotta put a better team around him.
Not by that much though.
No,
Like,
no, not better. I agree with
Luca's
you.
here, Shea is here, but he's better. He's better.
I think if they can somehow get a wing defender that like if they I'm gonna say his name, but like he's not like a Caruso type, like a
So,
lockdown defender like that, this team would
Lakers
be
are
so
notorious
much
for
better.
giving up good guys. And the Lakers are notorious team for giving up good guys. How much guys in the last 10 years have the Lakers had? And they just,
That's
you
why
know
they're
what?
gonna give Reeves the bag.
They better because how many players they had Rand, they had Lonzo. There's too much we can name. They
Yeah.
had drafted Ingram, drafted, and it's in the wind.
So I said they need someone
Reeves is
who can just
undrafted. His hunger is
undrafted,
overall. Oh my God. Any man
undrafted.
drafted that he's balling.
Yeah, I agree. That's I'm very curious, like what their what their next step is. There's always rumors that like guys like Westbrook wouldn't go back to LA. He wouldn't. But I think Chris Paul's thinking of going there. There was original rumors that Al
Oh,
Horford was
God.
thinking to go to the Lakers.
Please don't.
He
Please.
did. I first was like, Al Horford's such a nice quality vet, but like he's also like 40, I think, close to 40.
Lakers don't need no more old like
I
LeBron
agree.
40.
Luka
Like
doesn't need old guys. He needs like young guys who are switchable defenders around him. He needs that.
Al Horford, Al Horford is definitely a good player, but for what Lakers are trying to do, like no, no.
I'm trying to see who's left over in the free agency. I know Chris Boucher is like still
He didn't
is
get a bag yet. He was kind of balling, not kind of. He was balling this season.
when he was playing, when they let him play.
That's true.
When they didn't let him play, like he was
This,
they definitely dissed him. Let me see who's left over. Who's left over in the free agencies? I know there's some wings that are out there. But yeah, they definitely need somebody like just some extra depth, I would say, that the Lakers would need. Would you say they need a swing guy or like a wing guy or another
definitely,
guard?
Uh, you have at guard who Luca? Who's off the
And,
bench? Guard
uh,
again.
we just said his name, Gabe Vincent.
Gabe Vincent starting one. I don't really like Gabe at the starting one. I'm not starting off the bench as a guard. One guard. Sure. I would like a swing too. I would like both. But I think I would rather a three and D guy still.
Yeah, 3 and D, right?
Replace that Dorian Finney.
So let me give you some guys' names who are currently available. Oh my gosh, I would pick this guy up immediately. I want to say his name, and I think you're gonna agree. I'll eventually say because I feel like I know who. Just tell me when to stop when you're like Lakers should get him, and I think we're gonna agree on the guy. Malcolm Brogdon.
That's not bad, but continue.
I don't know why I stopped. I'm stopping. Marvin Bagley,
No,
Chris Boucher,
no.
Chris Paul,
Ooh, okay.
Al Horford,
No.
Gary Payton II. Sorry, that's the guy I like. Get him.
You
That's your
be
Caruso.
holy yes, yes, yes.
You let Gary Payne guard, like let him, come off the bench or like let him be a
You would
clutch
be
time.
nice in LA still. You'd be nice in LA.
That's who I'm going for. I would definitely go for him.
Nice. That's an about.
Um, sorry,
That's an about. Let's free agency pool. Okay.
that's where you see Trey Lyles. Not bad. I would.
Uh,
He's a nice quality like backup for. Um,
who needs a forward that we're saying? Phoenix. Call Trey Lyles, please.
they should. Malik Beasley's not getting signed by nobody.
Oh my God.
Ever
Malik
against
Beasley's getting signed by Las Vegas.
like legit. Precious Achua, who like can.
The Knicks are saying F it? Wow.
Damn.
You
It's
got
because
Mike Brown. Mike Brown will play you.
offensively, Precious is just so like inconsistent, but
Yeah,
defensively, he's such a good like he can guard like anybody.
you got
Uh, Shouts out to Corey Joe, Mississauga, Westbrook. There's nobody really else that's like that you're thinking of. Nah, nah. Jay
GP.
Crowder, it's his birthday today. Maybe him. Yeah, but there's no one really else that you'd be like, nah, man, this wing defender. Because once again, we're looking
GP2.
for wing defenders.
How tall is GP2? He's like 6. I think he's taller than his pops. Pops was like 6. How tall is his pops? I think his pops was like
I
6 foot.
I think he's like, let's
I want
see.
to
I
say
don't
six.
think he's that tall.
He's like 6'2". No, shorter. I feel like he's 6'1". I feel like
Pretty
Curry's a
sure
little
he's like, pretty sure he's shorter still.
yeah, Curry's a little. That's why like he's a good defender, but I feel like that height, a little more height.
Yeah, I think he's like 6'1", 6'2", because he's looks short. He's undrafted too.
Yeah.
I
Like no
def
drafted guys that got a chip.
he's the guy I'm definitely going for as the Lakers.
Yeah, yeah. Because him playing in LA, big market. Oh my God, he loved that. He
Yeah.
plays with more confidence, even more energy still. And he plays definitely bigger than his size. He definitely plays bigger than his size. So
No, I would like that.
Trey Lyles to Phoenix, EP2 to Lakers.
Trade out to me is needed still. I agree with you. They have no bigs.
Yeah.
Um, so because of all that, I want to call him a trader. I don't want to call him a trader, but Miles Turner.
Longest serving pacer.
He's going to the Bucks. I'm disappointed.
That's stupid.
I don't know what that does for the Bucks. What does it do for them? Does it make them like he's
Not
better
gonna
than Brook
rebound.
Lopez?
He's
He's
not gonna
better. He's
rebound.
not gonna rebound, right? So Giannis still has to rebound a bunch.
I
So I don't
don't.
know.
They don't get any better with that. They're like I don't know. They're worse this season. Obviously, like this is it's not a question.
I think they're a little better because
Really?
of he's better than Brook Lopez.
He's better than Brook Lopez, but with overall who else they lost, then Bucks got worse.
They
Whatever.
got worse. Yeah, they're not as good. Like your second option is Gary Trent. Is it Kevin Porter Jr.? Is it Kyle Kuzma? Is it just whoever is showing up that day?
These second options are so non-second options. It's crazy. Like we're saying Gary
Oh,
Trent Jr. a second option. Kuzma a second option? Holy shit. That's sad.
You're basically saying, Giannis, give us 30,
Yeah.
and everyone else, we need 18 points. Like everyone has to score 18 points,
Yeah.
or we're losing.
15 plus. Yeah, 15 plus. Literally everyone else. Like you're asking Portis. Portis, like just might as well start Portis. Start him.
Yeah.
Start Portis. Because you need him to drop 25 a game. Like
Oh yeah, he
you need
does
a
need to
next
score
man to
more.
be dropping consistent 20s, and the next consistent man to drop 20s on that team is Portis. Let's keep it a buck.
He's an early six man of the year candidate.
They need to give Portis. They need to increase Portis' minutes off the bench, like straight up. Keep him off the bench, but you need to give him close to 30 minutes.
Yeah, you need to do a lot more for him. A lot more, a lot more. Okay. Which led to Dame. Let's talk some Dame, okay?
Damian.
He's gonna get paid like $22 million, like
I'll
for the
take it.
next right. $22 million. You could join any team you want to. You're pretty good. Now, what teams would you I have my list. Let me fix my camera a little bit. I have my list of guys who I would like to see Dame go to. Let me see. Hold on. Let me just fix my camera for the audience. A
Yeah,
little
yeah.
off-putting. I'm gonna put it back in. Hope my camera's not gonna be too messy. But yeah, so I have my list of teams that I think Dame uh can go to. No, my camera is off. I'm just gonna go dolo at this one. I'm gonna use my thing, use my different camera. Sometimes you gotta just switch up. I'll put it back on later. So Dame, I'll give you my list. Did you make a list by any chance? Do you have teams that you're thinking of?
I made the 6 and 6. I don't know for Dame. I don't know. I really
Dame,
don't know.
you know why you don't know? I agree why. There's not a lot of teams that need point guards.
And especially old 34-year-old point guards at that too. That's a high volume shooter. Nothing against Dame.
So like my list is basically you got to make some moves around the margins to make Dame fit your team,
Okay.
ultimately speaking. Now, my I'll give my I'm gonna give my honorable mentions because there's always teams. Okay, Boston can technically take a Dame, technically.
Yeah.
Orlando, I think can definitely use a Dame, but them getting Bane, I'm like, you don't need Dame and Bane,
I feel like Dame there is gonna take so much from the other guys that are still developing too. Like you don't want to put him in a situation where guys are not developing as they should too, right? So because
right?
Dame already developed, he's reached the ceiling, right?
And then of course, I think the one he's gonna go to because the more I think about it, I put it as honorable mention, but I think he's going here, the Miami Heat,
That's actually a good pick. That's actually a very good pick.
right? Because it's the one squad that honestly does need him.
They do. They do. They need scoring. They need a guard.
Yeah, they definitely need it because like, but then you're you're rolling with a lineup of Tyler Hero and Damian Lillard. Do you like that?
Like I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Is Hero a good defender?
Pat Riley and what's the coach's name? Freak Eric Spoelstra. They can make things work.
I'm not gonna lie. Dame on the Heat is one because I'm thinking like, does Pelicans need a point guard? Utah's Clover. I'm trying to think like which teams need a point guard. Clippers got yeah, Clippers.
So let me give you my three then, because I think we can talk about each one. My third one, the team on my hat, the team behind me, the Toronto Raptors.
Please,
Now,
Lillard on the Raptors, please,
he
please.
won't come here. But the reason why I say Dame for the Raptors, if you trade, you have to trade Emmanuel quickly somehow, do some sort of signing trade
Yeah.
with the Bucks. But because they released them, I don't think it can work like that. But if you said Dame with the two wings and Scotty and Brandon Ingram, with a Yacht at the five.
Like on paper, I'm not mad at that. But I like Star J. I like Quickly.
I like Star J. Quickly, and he needs to be healthy.
We okay, when Quickly's healthy, yes, but Quickly is I want to say 25 years old.
Something like that, yeah. Yep.
Him, I want to say is 34 years old. It's 9 years, is 9 years and a lot less bread,
Yeah.
right? So I'm looking at it as a GM here too, right? How long I'm gonna have Dame for? And when Dame is done here, are we gonna get value for Dame? Is he gonna be injury riddled still? Is he gonna have a great season contract year, right? And then even if he does, he's gonna be 36, 37.
I also
Man,
think Dame is a shooting guard. I think
yes.
I don't think he's a point guard anymore. Like, okay, I get it. He's a point guard.
He was just combo guard. He was a combo. It was like AI.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So
I'm
like
just
me,
like, I don't know. I don't know. But that's the third one, the Raptors. The second one,
he was playing devil's advocate there, man.
the
Raptors, man. You just want to sound off, man. Shoot. Yo.
the second one is Light the Beam, Sacramento Kings. Now he he couldn't play with DeMar and Zach LaVine and Zabonis. That'd be the most like we're just gonna try to score 160 points. We're not playing defense today.
There is no defender on that line. If you're telling me Keegan Murray is your premier defender,
Zach LaVine would have to be your premier defender, and then even he like you can't
oh,
tell him to do all 82 games.
holy shit, man. No, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like,
But it's a team that, in my mind, like I'm saying, I think it could.
might as well go to Pacers. Might as well go to Pacers then.
I was
Go,
low key thinking it.
go
Be
to
the
Pacers.
be the
Phil Howard
starting two.
top for the year.
Be the starting two. Have Nemhard, Dame. But the thing is, whoever gets Dame, he's actually not playing until next season,
That's the thing. So who's gonna pick him up?
right?
Injured. Who's picking up an injured Dame?
Who's not with you until the following year. Or if you are a team that's like so close to a playoff run, like if you're, I'm not saying I don't think Dame would do this. If you're Cleveland, could you call them in February and be like, hey, you haven't signed yet. We need a backup shooting guard.
Yeah,
But then they'd be stupid small.
that's
Stupid. They'd be dumb small. But the sounding of your laugh, my Sacramento pick is not possible at all. And it's California too. I made that California connection. He's from Oakville. I mean Oakville. The man's from Oakland.
okay. Okay, the Bay is the LA boy. Okay,
Yeah,
shoot.
the Bay thing. Now I think the number one pick, and I think once I say, I think you will agree. And I think it's the easiest team to slide in on. They have a young star. They just paid their power forward, and they just paid their backup power forward slash center, which don't know where all that money's going. But Dame and the Timberwolves.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. Conley's. I'm not mad at it still. I
Because
can't
to
lie.
me, you just move Conley,
And that's or to use a little bit of defense with him because they're still a great defensive team. So that
right?
would
You
work.
still have Rudy, you still have Edwards, you still have McDaniels. Yeah, so you
Those
still
guys
have a
get
lot of guys.
those guys get it done on defense.
All you need Dame to do is kind of like escape. Like, okay, we're a little stagnant on offense. Let me hit a couple threes. Clutch time, Dame what Dame time is. So I think the Timberwolves are like, besides the actual Miami Heat, this is the team that you're like, okay, almost fits like a glove.
Yeah, yeah.
So, so that one you're
I
okay
feel
with?
like the Heat best pick. The Heat is like by far like the best option for him.
Yeah,
And the thing is, when signing Dame 2, for example, we know how teams transform in one off season.
right.
A team can sign him. What's he coming back to? That's the next thing,
Do you trade
right?
Dame? I mean, if you try to get Dame, you could try to trade Tyler Hero for some wings and stuff. Um, but yeah, no, I agree with you. I
I keep
agree.
on Miami, but hey,
Yeah, I think he's going to Miami. If I had to pick a team, he's going to Miami or I don't know the other team, but I think that's the team. He could think of LA teams. People have talked about the Clippers or the Lakers. That doesn't go well. Him and Luca can't be on the same court together. And
no,
Clippers, him and Harden can't be on the same court together.
that's wild. That's wild. They just signed Harden. Clippers have Kawhi. That's a lot of bread.
A lot. What do you think about? I just I, I thought about this team and I'm like, nah, the Nuggets.
Oh my God, Murray's coming off the bench.
No, no, Murray
Davis coming off
start.
the bench.
I see what I'm saying. Is
Hasn't,
Dame is he a bench guy now? Like, what is Dame? What does Dame become?
I'm not saying he's a bench guy, but like, shoot, like you kind of have your lineup over there, right?
You have a solid lineup too.
It's a solid lineup over there in Nugget land still. Like he should
Yeah,
go to Heat where he knows he's gonna be used 35 minutes a game.
that's it. Simple. He needs you.
I know you're from the West, but it's still hot over there on the East Coast. That's
You go
so
to Miami, so you're still nice.
still nice. Still, you
Uh,
got bread. You got $100 million. You can visit.
yeah, you go to Miami. You are literally can beat Milwaukee while getting paid by them, so it's fine.
That's actually funny. Because definitely you go over there. Definitely, if I'm betting on the game, I'm definitely going to Heat over the Bucks, especially
Right.
in Miami.
Bruh, crazy.
Big, you got Bam, you got Hero, for example. That works. Yeah, that's a better roster than number two option Gary Trent. Yeah, yeah,
Number
yeah.
two, three option Kyle Kuzma. Okay,
That's
okay.
honestly laughable. Like your second and third option is Trent and Kuzma.
And
Bucks,
Kevin Porter Jr. and that guy Kevin Porter Jr.
bro, like holy shit. This is gonna be a long season for Giannis. Giannis expect Giannis to have the most points in his career and the most rebounds in his career and
And,
blocks.
and the thing is, Miles Turner is just a 7 foot shooting guard sometimes.
I see this guy outside the 3-point line doing up fake sidestep.
Yeah.
And then you have for the game three rebounds.
Yeah. He wants us to shoot. He wants to shoot. I think Giannis triple doubles may be a lot.
Like Turner will get the blocks, so I like that, but
Defensively, I think him and Giannis can be really good.
we'll see, man. Like I'm looking at Portis. That's who I'm looking at. I'm looking at no one else other than Giannis and Portis.
Because you didn't have Cunnington anymore. Whatever his name, Cunningham, whatever his name.
On to this content.
Connaughton. He's in
Bro,
Charlotte.
nobody.
Yeah,
What?
they don't even got wings like that. So
Holy shit. Gary Treasure said, this is, I cannot wait for the season. I really
the thing
can't.
is, but if you're Gary Trent, you signed another. So after ever since you
I
left the
think a
Rockets,
year.
just a year, ball out, ball
Yeah.
out.
We're second option.
Average 22 points a game. You'll get a contract.
Like, I
Average.
mean, if he comes back with a better hand attack and he can get by some guys, hit some floaters, I mean, he's gonna get that $80 million range,
Easily.
4 year, 4 year, $80 million.
And that's what I
If
think
he
he's
were to
looking
get
for.
that, but
So
let's be honest, he's not no Norm Powell. He's not Norm Powell.
it's unfortunate. Why it's unfortunate. Why that tell you the downfall started there. I tell you every day it's downfall. Started there. You saw him, thought he was a young version of Norm Powell, ended up not being it. Downfall.
So,
Let's now go to our before we get to our main event, the six teams. I want to talk about the Washington Wizards. Why do I want to talk about them? Because they got Cam Whitmore. So I want to talk about them.
got a good player. It can, but shit. Raw deal, man. That's a raw deal.
Yeah, so clearly Houston is trying to like this is where you have too much guys. The thing with OKC, they all understand the pecking order. Shea, J Dub, Chat. Everyone gets it. We're all
That
falling in line.
yes, fit the fuck in. Whatever we need, do it. Do it.
Everyone's falling in line. Topic had his summer league game, and they're saying this man was like spectacular.
Oh my, yeah, Topich, where are you gonna fit him in the rotation?
We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna find a way. We're gonna find a way. So they have they did get the young Trey Johnson. That's crazy. So with Washington now, okay, this is what ESPN has as their starting lineup. I don't believe this will be the starting lineup. Bub Carrington, who had a good rookie season, CJ McCollum, who they traded for, Chris Middleton, who was injured, but I think he'll be healthy. Bilal Coulibaly, Alex Sarr will be their starting center. Their bench will be Trey Johnson, who they just drafted, Marcus Smart, Cam Whitmore, Kayshawn George, who had a good rookie season, Kelly Olynyk, and then you still have Corey Kispert, who I believe they're going to try to trade. And
They should. He's
they
valid.
have,
Yes.
they have Rashard Holmes. So
Well, overall, that don't sound too exciting to me.
it doesn't. But reason why I want to bring them up to you, sir, is because this team has a lot of older guys.
That's some bets.
They have guys who can score the basket in a CJ and Chris Middleton. And you have a Marcus Smart. I don't know why, but like they're young guys. They have like seven guys under like 22.
It's a lot.
Alex Sarr, Koulibaly. I think Cam is still young. Trey Johnson's one of the better scorers from college.
Yep, yep.
Um, Corey Kispert, Kayshawn George.
George is decent. I rate George. I
So
rate
they have,
George.
they actually have a lot of a lot of guys, and they have the Will Riley Canadian who played in Illinois. He was drafted 21st. So the Wizards, I get what they're doing. Like whoever their new GM is smart because all you got to do in February, all those championship contender teams are like, we'll take $20 million because Chris Middleton is expiring contract, so he's not staying on this team. He's expiring contract.
Yep,
I think Marcus Smart is also an expiring contract as well.
he's gone.
And let me double check about CJ. CJ could be an expiring contract as well.
Hmm.
Let me see. Washington, which I think it's because I swear, aren't they the team that I told you has like $100 million next year in
I
cap
believe.
space?
I believe. Because guys are coming off the books.
So imagine all those mans coming off the books.
TJ's getting 100 M's, yeah. Something, 100 something M's. Chris right now is getting 100 something M's. And those are the guys smart. Those are the three biggest contracts. Every man is on their rookie deal.
Yeah, on in 2026, they still have Jordan Poole on this team, but take away Jordan Poole on the team. Chris Middleton's a free agent. Smart's a free agent, and I'm pretty sure CJ McCollum was a free agent as well. I'm pretty sure that man's a free agent starting next year, which is once again, that's not bad.
CJ will get picked up. He'll definitely get picked up. He's not no Dennis Schroeder, but he'll get picked up.
Yeah, I think any team like I would like a Marcus Smart coming off the bench. Like once again, if I'm the Lakers and you want to just go over the luxury tax for this season, you get a Marcus Smart, let him be your backup point guard, play some defense, and you're good.
Bro, if I'm the Lakers, I'm definitely gonna go for Marcus Smart. Are you kidding me? If I don't get GP2, like those are the two guys you should be looking at still. GP2 and Smart. You're right.
Right? And then
Because you need some ruggedness. You need some more ruggedness. Like there's no really guy on the Lakers right now that's rugged like that. You know what I mean? You had that Finney Smith, that rugged kind of like do the
yeah.
dirty work. I don't really see anyone on the Lakers that's rugged like that right now.
Uh,
Right? So you need that guy.
their highest paid person for the 26-27 season, as of right now, Corey Kispert at 13 million.
Oh my God. So Wizards in 2 years can land two max players.
Yep. Yep. They have the money for it. They have all
Yeah.
the young guys and all the money. And then they're doing what OKC did. All those old vets, you're trading them for draft picks. Now, maybe teams won't give you first rounders. Maybe they'll give you future first rounders, right? But look at OKC. OKC just has future first rounders.
Okay. That's okay. That's okay. Because the draft, what we're seeing now, we're having a lot of better drafts. Like there's going to be the odd, but
Yep.
overall, the next 3 seasons, I'm going to say, the draft is looking promising. Like it's looking real promising. So, and there's guys that are still developing, right? So,
And the thing with Washington, they're still missing the guy. We don't know who the guy will be.
Yeah.
I believe in Cam Whitmore. I believe you believe in Cam Whitmore as well.
That's why I'm like, when I seen you send me, yo, Rockets, Cam Whitman list, I just shook my head. I'm like, let's talking about this the whole time. Like, you still have Cam, you still have Tar, you still have Aim, you still have, you need those guys. Those glue guys, those glue guys are so important for championship rings and championship runs. People, like, it's okay, Houston, like, you got still guys over there and you got an amazing coach. So,
And then and Trey Johnson, a lot of people like Trey Johnson. They say he's one of the better scorers in it was the better one of the better scorers in college. He's just gonna learn from a CJ and a Chris Middleton and a Marcus Smart. Like all these young guys are just learning from these vets.
yeah. Yeah. Like, I mean, let's keep it a buck. CJ can score the ball.
You can.
You can score balls. Keep it a buck. Marcus Smart is not the best scorer, but you're going to learn things on a defensive end from Marcus Smart. Definitely. You're going to learn shooting pockets from Chris Middleton, certain ways to release, pull ups from Chris Middleton. You're going to be working out. Those guys are professionals. They've been in the league over 10 years, right? So those guys, you need that. Like, why did Shea become Shea? Because of CP. They were on
100%.
an island in OKC, and it was just locked in. So if those young guys can have that Shea mentality, like I want a ball, I want to win, and CP said that before Shea even got to the finals, way before that, he said that even before OKC was the number one seed, the last two seasons, he said that.
Yeah.
So it's it's how bad it's the guys. You have to draft guys with a certain mentality too. It's not all about just skill off the rip.
Yep.
It's about mentality. Do you want to get better? The work you put in, right? So I don't know about Wizards scouting. Like they haven't really had the greatest player develop that we've seen. Who was the last player to develop out of Washington? Drafted by Washington to develop. Wall and Beal?
Probably Wall and Beal. Why did I think they had a wing? But no, not really. Yeah, Wall and Beal.
It was Wall and Beal, right? And those are not bad. They're not bad, but kind of Wall came at kind of the big time guy. You see what I'm
But
saying? And
and yeah,
Beal,
the development, like you're saying, you're right. Sorry to cut you off, but like development is more also about like developing the number one or number three overall pick isn't as hard as developing the 14th pick, the 15th pick. Like
or a
that's
second
true
rounder.
development.
Yeah, yeah.
So I agree with you there, man. Like, yeah, but I just think this Washington team, is going to be one of those really annoying teams. They may start off the season like 5-5 or like 6-4 because their vets are going to make help them win games. But eventually, the organization's gonna be like, hey, there is like five guys next draft that we are trying to make our guy. So CJ, fake an injury, be healthy in February. Chris, definitely, because you're a GM. Who, of course, it depends on your team. If you just have to choose a guy, CJ, Marcus, or Chris, who are you trying to take?
Honestly, CJ, I'm a GM. I'm trying to take Middleton.
Me too. Yeah, me too.
Trying to take Middleton. He's got the length, he's got the shooting ability, he can create. Like you
I'd
already
go
know, like
Middleton, Smart, and CJ. That's the list I'd go.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You can do more of Middleton than CJ. You can have Middleton guard 1 through 4
Right.
as well, right? Better
Depending on the
shooting,
team, I would like a Kelly Olynyk as well, but depending on the team.
definitely. Like Kelly Olynyk's quality, like there's quality, but it's the Wizards.
I know they're a team I want to watch. I want to be like, okay, they're not going to be the team that I believe in the most, but
Mm.
like they're a team that I want to, hover around, see what they're doing. Because I think they're making future moves, man. I think they're generally making some smart moves. If they can get a top three pick next year, so that's a Boozer, Peterson, or like a AJ DeBont. Come on, like
AJ's oh shit.
even the Peterson guy they say he could be one of the best guards for a long time. Trying to see if there's any other thing. I'm just looking at Twitter real quick before we get to our top six. Let's go to our top six. Top six teams in the East and Western Conference. No particular order, just after all the trade deadline or free agency deadline, I should say, all the
Um,
moves that happened, nothing crazy. Who we can go like just your top six teams. You want to go East or West first?
let's go West.
The dirty West. Okay. You want to go first?
West, I got, and I have mine in order.
Mm.
I got the Thunder, you know what I mean? I got the Rockets, right? I got the Nuggets at three, right? I got the Wolves at four. I got the Lakers at five, and I got the Clippers at six.
I have the same six. I didn't.
Serious.
Yeah, I didn't put mine in order because I really feel like when the season, because you can put the best teams, but when season comes, you also have to think about like injuries, how
Mhm.
teams are gonna play. Like I think like Houston, OKC from beginning to end are gonna play. I think Denver is gonna have a lull because they just do. That's how they just play. Same with the Wolves. They have a lull for a second. Same with the Lakers. Like honestly, like all these teams just kind of like they'll let a team go. Um, but I have the same six. A team that because I keep thinking about it, the Grizzlies. I know they traded Bane, and I don't really like some of the other stuff they've done, but they were like 3 games off second place last season,
They were. They were. They were.
and John missed games.
They were. They were.
So it just makes me think like, and they're gonna get Jalen Wells back, who had a really good rookie season before he got hurt. Zach Edey they'll have, as long as he's not driving too fast and getting speeding tickets. Then
It's
he
too
should,
big to be driving too fast.
like what are you saying? Like they'll catch you so quick. What are you saying? But yeah, like that's the guys like that Memphis team. I'm very curious about. But yeah, but I agree with you. I think Houston from day one is running. Like they're like with Ime Udoka, that man doesn't know how to sleep.
Bruh, the way that I feel like this is the best coach KD has ever been coached by in his career in the NBA is that's how I feel.
I have to think about that. I have to think maybe,
It was
maybe.
Scott Brooks. It was who was in Brooklyn? Kenny Atkinson,
Mm.
right? I think, and then you had Kerr, right? And where else did he play? He played in Phoenix. Who was coaching in Phoenix at the time? Forget the guys.
They had Budenholzer for a little bit.
They had Budenholzer and they had Gentry, I think. Gentry coaching him.
I don't know. That whole Phoenix part was such a blur. I feel like yeah, they didn't
This
work.
is his best coach of his career. Bottom line, period. So
He has a
he's
really good
gonna hold
squad
him
around
accountable.
him.
He's gonna hold him accountable because Udoka is the man to hold guys accountable, no matter if he's a superstar or a rookie. He got that face, that aura was like, don't fucking play with me.
And then I think when you play with a certain type of guys, you believe, man. I truly think like when we talk about the greats, like the LeBrons, the KDs, the Stephs, when you're with them, you believe you're gonna hit the shot. Like you believe it. You believe you're gonna have the defensive cover. Like they make you believe that, like, man, we can do something. But yeah, the Grizzlies are a team that I'm a little bit like, because they have Ty Jerome coming off the bench. They still have Santi Aldama. I hope Brandon Clark can just stay healthy.
No, I haven't seen. I feel like I haven't seen that guy in 2 years play.
Yeah, he played a little bit and got hurt again. Like, so I just hope that man can stay healthy. But this Grizzlies team, look, Jaren Jackson's out. I don't think the man's gonna start the season. Like that team doesn't know how to stay healthy either.
Yeah.
So I don't really know. But we have the same top six. I think it's kind of obvious why. Some quality teams out there. Now, Eastern Conference. Who are you thinking?
See, this was a little bit harder for me, but I got, and this is in order: Cavs, Knicks, Pistons, Orlando. This is where it gets tricky. I got Atlanta and I got the Raptors.
So my five is the same as yours. Cavs, Magic, Knicks, Detroit, Atlanta. Those are the best 5 teams in the East. How they rank, who knows? I think the Knicks could have a better season with the East being so wide open. Once again, Cavs. Oh my gosh, the amount of pressure. We haven't even done our season preview, and we're gonna do that like next month and a half. The amount of pressure you Cavs have.
Cavs need to win 58 games, need to be first, need to be in the
58, man, they
East
won 60,
Finals.
they won 64 last year. You guys better, man.
No, I'm just saying that's the minimum. That's the
You're right.
minimum.
You're right. You're right. But bro, the way they need to be competing at the end of May. That's it. You have to be competing at the end of May. Don't know how. You have to be in a game 6 in Eastern Conference. I'm sorry. Like you don't have a choice. Certain teams, like I'm sorry, like you have. We're not going to see nothing else as successful.
Hmm.
Like we'll talk about teams that have the most pressure probably later on, but like, I think everyone knows they're number one. Everyone put them as number one. You just have the most pressure. You can't have Tatum and Halliburton out and not have the most pressure,
Bruh,
right?
bruh.
The only team that's allowed to beat you is the Knicks. Only team.
And that's a maybe. That's a maybe because you're more loaded than the Knicks.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the only team that's allowed to beat you. Only team. So think about that. So my sixth team, because I don't know, man. I had to pick a team. I wanted to pick the Raptors for a little bit because I thought about the talent. Um, but I picked the 76ers. I will change my mind probably.
This I need to look behind. Am I in a simulation?
I
You picked the what?
agree. I agree with you. Um 76ers because I think talent wise, and I just seen like VJ Etchcombe play, and that man is a
Oh yeah, the
dog.
lead. Yeah, that guy's a guy. He's a guy.
He's a dog. So like because I think he's a dog,
That man is lightning quick. So he's fast as shit.
and because I believe in I like Jared McCain, I like Maxey. I believe if Embiid is playing 40 games, not 50, because fuck 50, 40 games. That's
Less
a
than half.
40 games with Embiid being healthy. Give me 23 wins, 17 losses, right? That's 40, right? Yeah. So that's 23 and 17. Okay. That's what Joel Embiid. Okay. So I'm like, okay, rest of this game,
And you
give
didn't even say Paul George, which is funny.
yeah, well, he's not I want to win games. But he may have a bounce back year. That's another thing. If he has a bounce back, so that's 23 and 17. Okay, now with Maxi, McCain, VJ, and Paul George, um, with an Eric Gordon still on the squad, like just I think they have Oubre on the squad. Okay, that should at least be another 23 wins. That's 46 wins,
And 30 losses.
but 46 wins.
Oh, 46 wins and 34 losses. There we go.
But like at least give me something like that. Like at least 46
I
wins.
mean, they're capable, but we know this team doesn't have the biggest heart.
They don't, but I know what's his face? The coach, Nick Nurse can do something. That's why. It's just mainly basing it talent.
Nick Nurse
Talent.
soon get fired. He soon get fired.
I'm basing it all on talent, bro. That's it. Just talent.
Talent wise, they have a very talented roster. You got EG off the bench, and you got Uber off your
I'm,
bench.
I'm telling you, if I'm them, I'm calling Phoenix. I'm gonna trick them.
VJ, like VJ, if you take it in, VJ doesn't have a variety of moves like behind the back and spin moves. VJ's just beating off simple cross and hezzies. That's it. He's still in his barrier. He didn't break through yet, and it's crazy. Like he just hezzy to the rim, little
He's
cross.
like a mid-range type of guy. It's like a mid-range, like majority type guy. And those guys are mid-range type guys. They end up being stars. Like I'm calling Phoenix because Phoenix doesn't make
They
good
don't
moves.
care where they score. I'm gonna get a bucket. The closer I'm to the rim, is the better shot I'm gonna get. I don't care.
I'm calling Phoenix and I'm saying because Matt Ishbia makes bad decisions. Hey, Joel Embiid, I'm praying that I need 10 healthy games of Joel Embiid. And the media once I get 10 healthy games, hey, you know what? Give me Mark Williams.
Then healthy games. Holy shit.
Just
Joe
10
Embiid
healthy in a row.
and
That's
who
it.
else?
Just give me 10 and I'm calling. I'm calling Phoenix. I'm calling a dumb team to be like, hey, like, there's 10 healthy games. He's been healthy all season. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm trading him. Trading him immediately. I'm trading Embiid immediately. Immediately. I have to. I have to.
That's a big contract too.
So that's why, like, I'll take Bradley Beal's contract.
It's expiring soon, so
Right? Expires in 2 years. Don't trade Bradley Beal. Here's Embiid. I'll take Beal. I hope Beal will slash his freaking no trade clause. I won't trade him. He can keep his no trade clause with me. I'm fine with that. But take Embiid off me because once again, once Beal's gone, I have money and I have money to pay
I got
uh
you. That's what you
everyone.
yeah.
So that's what I if I'm them, that's what I'm thinking.
Because you would just
Definitely what I'm
put on
thinking.
the Maxi, the McCain, and the VJ, Paul George expiring, Embiid, Deuce, and he
Right.
put up 200 million.
That's what I'm doing, man. That's what I'm doing. If I'm them, I know it sounds bad because we're doing the whole tanking. Calling Milwaukee and be like, hey, I'm not sure if it's possible. Maybe it's not possible because I think teams would like run after it. Give me that Damian Lillard 20-year contract thing that you guys have to do, blah blah blah. I'll do it. I'll do it for you guys. Here's Paul George. Here's Paul
Oh
George.
shit!
Right? I'll take the
I'd
contract.
rather
Here's Paul
Paul.
George.
Damon's
Right.
gonna. I'd rather Damon Paul George.
Right, but I rather that Dame contract. I'm not getting Dame, but I'll take that contract because once it's done, I can pay Maxi, VJ, and those are my guys. And I'm drafting a big.
Yeah, and build with him. Yeah, yeah.
Right, I'm
And
drafting a big. Or I would have tried to convince them to get Maluach from Phoenix for Embiid.
this guy better be a guy. Well, he's not gonna play, so might as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's not. So that's
Might
why
as well.
Philly was my sixth because of just the talent and like. But
Yes.
if I'm Philly, I'm making moves.
See. Uh,
I'm definitely making moves. I'm trying to make some
mm.
special moves. I'll be low key okay if we don't play well.
Like Philly has a squad, and okay, I can't expect the same from last season. I can't expect it still. So
It can only go up. It can only go up.
we'll see, though. We'll see.
Really go up. Another team, and we'll talk about it more. I'm curious about Charlotte. I don't believe in them. I don't believe in LaMelo Ball at all. But I'm curious about like the type of talent they have.
Nobal's talent is limitless. Just remember that he has limitless talent.
No, nope, nope, nope. That's where the pod has to end. Anything else you want to chat about before we end the pod? No LaMelo Ball
That's
talk.
all I have to say.
LaMelo Ball, no, no, yes, no. Even though I just said Charlotte is something, but no, just can't see it. Just can't see it. Anything you want to chat about?
No, man, no, no, no. Just LaMelo Ball's a guy.
Sure. Sure, I guess. Even though I did say like a few pods back that like who is he playing with? Ultimately, who is he playing with?
Thank you.
He doesn't have the talent around him for him to be like if he was in Indiana, would he be better?
He would look better.
So that's what I have to ask myself. If he's in Indiana, would he be better? But who knows? Who knows? But make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Tell us where you think Dame is gonna go. Who are your top teams in the Eastern and Western Conference? And we'll talk again. Peace.